Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers.
Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times. Every turn, every line we find, trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't gas, we know what it takes. Every set of built from the ground we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go in. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace controlled. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear. Yeah, we test, we tone, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1. Till we build, till we build, till we build. Tier 1 setup shop.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tier 1 Studio. My name's Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. Joining me tonight are the voices inside my head along my good friends, myself and I. as we are here once again where all NASCAR started, here at Daytona International Superspeedway for the first round of the playoffs. Here with the Wild West Racing League Raiders Wasteland Truck Series with 5 minutes left to go in practice. Your 10 playoff drivers are Tanner Ensign, Chris Etchepar, Mike Loveless, Will Moore, Keith Ayers, Adam Ramsey, Dakota Henderson, Trey Smith, who is absent tonight, Brighton Coleman, and Krishawn Elliott, as we have a monumental field out here tonight. 24 trucks have already set times, including myself. Dave Allen, Chucky Allen, and Billy Smith yet to qualify or practice. We wind out the end of practice here in just a few minutes here with the Wild West Racing League. This broadcast is brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. Broadcast also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Rats, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Peyton Burkett, Scott Rush, Bradley Bartley, Dakota Henderson, Robert Monday we're on board with now, Timmy McDonald, Justin Bell, Chris Etchepar, Charles Allen Jr., Keith Ayers, Howard Peoples, Mike Presley, me, Colin McKay, Brighton Coleman, Brandon McKee, Gene Watkinson, Tanner Ensign, Wayne Isbell, Derek Holochak, Will Moore, Brian Boyd, Jacob Shoffick, Corey Powell, Dave Allen, Chucky Allen, and Billy Smith. This is going to be a monumental field out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League for the first round of the playoffs. Can't be more excited for some green flag action here at Daytona for a wonderful nighttime race. Just about 2 minutes left in practice here at Daytona International Speedway in its modern configuration. Post repave from all the wonderful folks at John S. Lane Asphalt Incorporated. Sadly, no longer around. John S. Lane Trap Rock and Asphalt Incorporated went out of business 3-4 years ago now. But yes, I have pictures, and I actually have models from my grandfather of the equipment they used here at Daytona International Speedway. Yeah, that's right. A lot of the stone that came out of the quarries was sent down here. A good bit of the crew was asked to go on down to Daytona as well. And when my grandfather was asked to go with them, he said, and quote, "I don't do asphalt." Period. I also don't do Florida. His words, not mine. Miss you, Grandpa. As the 89 attempts a swing on the 77, not sure what the deal is between him and that 77. They also don't know who the 77 is. We have 45 seconds left in practice. Not sure what Derek Holochak in the number 89 is doing out here. head over to qualifying. Again, this is a monumental field out here tonight. This is one of the biggest fields we have seen in the Wild West Racing League in a good while since their last regular season with the Truck Series. I remember racing in their previous season as we get ready to go over to qualifying. Huge field out here tonight. Scott Rush, currently the first one on the track. Let's watch him. We roll off of pit road. A lot of guys running very shiny and chrome paint jobs out here tonight. 04 Scott Rush in the Raiders Wasteland 04. Sponsored machine as we roll off of the bottom of turn 2, winding that baby up, getting ready to go green flag next time around here at Daytona International Super Speedway. This is going to be a fantastic night of racing, I can already tell. Huge field out here. All I'm thinking about it, we're going to very quickly do that, so we're not waiting on me to go first. Through the short chute we go. Scott Rush with the opening lap. Green flag is out for Scott Rush for his first qualifying run out here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Down the short chute into turn 1 we go. Everybody trying to get things going here. Scott Rush running a little bit higher than he probably would like to off of turns 1 and 2. Probably just using this lap to get everything warmed up and up to speed. Not the worst idea as we roll up down the backstretch, charging into turn 3. Past the bus stop, past the Sunoco sign, into turn 3 we go. Everybody trying to get this qualifying run of their dreams. 04 Scott Rush we're still on board with. Down the front stretch, or down the short chute, excuse me, into the tri-oval we go. Past the start-finish line, let's see where Scott Rush sets a time at 52.59. Currently fastest truck on track. Question is, how long will that stay? Not very long. Keith Ayers, Wayne Isbell already going faster than him. Ayers with a 51.92. We will be seeing trucks in the 48s once we get into the race itself. Hopefully everybody remembers to get off of their qualifying trims and not have their engines blow 2 laps into this race. We roll through turns 3 and 4 again with Scott Rush. Everybody, these guys are really trying to wind these babies up tonight. Apologies, I'm kind of losing my mind over here. Through the short chute, into the tri-oval we go again. Scott Rush does not improve from 5th. Jacob Schaffet on the point now. In the 00 Puffy Swag Shop machine. We roll through turns 1 and 2. Oh, that's 3 and 4. My apologies. I get lost on ovals pretty easy out here. 15 trucks already qualified. Jacob Schaffet crosses start-finish line. 51.81. Let's jump down to Mike Loveless here at the last minute, of course. Let's go down to Adam Ramsey as we charge off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. 97 Team Ignition machine. Really trying to wind that truck up out here tonight in the number 97 Toyota. Past the start-finish line, Adam Ramsey sets an opening lap up to P2 immediately. What a run for Adam Ramsey on his first opening lap out here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Again, a huge field out here tonight. This is going to be some fantastic racing. I can already feel it. I believe it is a 70-lap race out here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway. Through turns 3 and 4, let's see what Adam Ramsey can really do in that number 97 Down the short chute into the tri-oval we go. Does he improve? Does he take pole away? No, he doesn't. 0.07 of a second behind Robert Monday and Mike Loveless. Finishing out now. Loveless up to 8th. Robert Monday in 6th. Dave Allen, Derek Holochak, Corey Powell, Charles Allen, Howard Peoples, Bradley Bartley. Oh. Okay. All right, let's go through your grid, ladies and gentlemen. Ignore the fact that the camera won't let me show you the cars. I don't get why the cameras at Daytona suck. 70 laps of green flag action waiting to happen here at Daytona International Superspeedway. Jacob Schaffet, Adam Ramsey, Keith Ayers, Will Moore, Justin Bell, Robert Monday, Mike Loveless, Brian Boyd, Wayne Isbell, Scott Rush, Chris Etchepar, Brandon McKee, Gene Watkinson, Billy Smith, Timmy McDonald, Tanner Ensigns, Dakota Henderson, Colin McKay, Mike Presley, and Brighton Coleman. Peyton Burkett, Dave Allen, Howard Peoples, Derek Holochak, Bradley Bartley, Chucky Allen, Charles Allen, and Corey Powell rounding out 28 trucks out here tonight. Monumental field out here tonight here at Daytona International Speedway. I'm just going to jump into my truck, make sure we can get things going just that little bit faster out here tonight at Daytona International Superspeedway. So forgive me that we're doing an in-car for just a moment. Obviously, we are not racing tonight. Just making sure everybody gets the chance to get going just that little bit sooner here. No one enjoys waiting. Waiting on Mike Loveless further up in the field. I believe Mike Loveless is the last truck. He will miss the start out here tonight. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Before we go gridding, there we go. Live, there. Okay, Mike Loveless will miss the start out here tonight. Very interesting and very unfortunate if he just forgot. We roll inside with Jacob Schaffet as we get rolling here at Daytona International Superspeedway. Let's jump back out to the TV cameras. Jacob Schaffet, Adam Ramsey, Keith Ayers, Will Moore, Justin Bell, Robert Monday, Brian Boyd, Scott Rush, Brandon McKee, Chris Etchepar, Gene Watkinson, Billy Smith, Tanner Ensign, Colin McKay, Mike Presley, Brighton Coleman, Peyton Burkett, Dave Allen, Derek Holochak, Howard Peoples, Bradley Bartley, Chucky Allen, Corey Powell, Charles Allen, Timmy McDonald, Wayne Isbell, Dakota Henderson, and Mike Loveless not on track. 27 cars will take the green flag out here tonight at Daytona International Superspeedway with the Wild West Racing League Raiders Wasteland Truck Series. Everybody getting settled in, trying to warm up their tires as we come around through turns 3 and 4 now. Through turns 3 and 4. Waiting on the pace car to dive on down pit road this time. Pace car down pit road. We are ready to go racing for the first round of the playoffs here with the Wild West Racing League. Through the restart zone we go. Green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Daytona. Jacob Schaffet, Adam Ramsey, Keith Ayers, and Will Moore. Top 4 as we get settled right away. Everybody trying to get situated right early into this race here at Daytona. It's going to be some fantastic Racing out here tonight. 27 trucks out on the racetrack. Huge. We roll off of turn 2, down the backstretch. One truck all the way down to the apron. Got to get back on the racing surface, let back off a little bit, try to get back in line as we charge down the backstretch. Into turn 3 we go. 00, 97, 19, 8, 9 on the bottom. First truck in the lead on the high side is a 29 of Will Moore. Trying to make the high side work as we roll off of turn 4. First green flag lap completed. Whoa, big move towards the back with the Napa Night Vision machine of, I believe that will be... Where is he? Wayne Isbell in the 6. Yes, that's him. I'm slowly losing my mind over here, don't worry. Huge field blowing past the camera. Jacob Shoffett with a good lead still. 97, 19, and the 8 right behind him. 9 and the 29 fighting out behind him side by side as we take a look on Gyrocam. Down the backstretch. Steering wheel offset just that little bit, helping them go through the turns without having to really throw the wheel around as much as they need to. 2 laps of 70 completed this time by 29, 57, 31, 44, I believe. Can't quite make out who else is on the top, but we got some really fast trucks working that high side, also trying to side draft off the 8 is the 29, currently leading the way on that high side. Down the back, down through the short chute into turn 1 we go. My apologies, I'm a bit dim today. Lights are on, but they're a bit dim these days. Through turns 1 once again, 33.5 degree banking out here in Daytona, I believe. Repaved in 2010 throughout the summer. And as I was saying earlier in the broadcast, I actually got to see some of the construction from the pictures my grandfather showed me at the quarry when me and my brother would go there on days we couldn't get a babysitter to watch us when we were younger. Good times, good times. Big old caterpillars and all that stuff holding bulldozers and rolling machines and pavers on the sides of these big banks. They built huge dirt walls to go drive around with their caterpillars to make sure that the surface they wanted to pave. As we roll off of turn 2, Jacob Shoffett still with a healthy lead here at the moment. 97 to 19 and the 8. Whoa, 97 comes straight across the 29. 97 sliding down through the backstretch. Not sure if he came back across. Somebody got hit. Caution was out. Pretty wide for a moment there off of turn 3. Billy Smith with a crash. Let's jump back and take a look. Events there. Adam Ramsey in the 97. Let's jump just back a little bit further here. 97 all the way down on the bottom. Something else happening on the top of the racetrack, just ahead of him. Can't quite make out if they just checked up, because this is the 5 of Dakota Henderson we're on board with now. He's completely sideways into the midpoint of turn 3. 44 of Tanner Ensign has his nose jacked. Yeah, 5 of Dakota Henderson sees everybody checking up in front of him, over brakes and oversteers himself, clobbers the 21. I believe that is the 92 of Corey Powell as well. Yes, it is. 6 of Wayne Isbell getting around that. Sliding up towards the wall, may have scraped up against the safer barrier. No big damage, though. Huge impact. We do actually have the 68 of Mike Lovelace out on the racetrack, and he is on the lead lap. I find that amazing. First caution of the night here with the Wild West Racing League here at Daytona International Superspeedway. First round of the playoffs. Currently, the leader in the playoffs for highest position truck is Keith Ayers. Next one down will be Will Moore, Chris Etchepar. Hang on, I'm trying to do math here. I'm trying to figure out who's where. The majority of the field comes on down pit road. I believe we will have about 10 trucks still out on the racetrack. Jacob Schaff, Keith Ayers, Justin Bell, Will Moore, Scott Rush, Tanner Ensign, Mike Presley, Gene Watkinson, Colin McKay, Corey Powell, Brighton Coleman, all staying out. 11 trucks staying out. Echapar, Ramsey, Boyd, Isbell, Monday, Henderson, Lovelace, McKee, McDonald, Allen, Smith, Polachak, Allen Jr., Burkett, Bartley, and Peoples, all down pit road. Most likely splash and dashes out here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. You can really run the hell out of these Goodyear Eagle tires that we are running on these race cars. Plenty of good-looking trucks out here tonight as well. Let's jump on down to the 44. Tanner Ensign, owner of WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the man you need to talk to for anything custom. He's in the process of doing up a 124th Chevrolet Camaro next-gen cup car in my own personal scheme. That's exciting. He also did one of the earliest paint jobs I ever had for my truck series truck, my original Watkins Glen paint. Man, I still miss those colors. That was such a pretty truck. Not sure why they're stacking up so badly towards the rear of the field here. Pace car's lights are going to be off this time. Dakota Henderson back down pit road. May have a pass-through penalty in the Hendrick number 5. So, Keith Ayers is currently the leader in terms of championship position. Will Moore right behind him. Tanner Ensign is next. Hang on, I'm trying to find everybody's names here. Brighton Coleman, Chris Echapar, Adam Ramsey, Mike Lovelace. I don't see Krishan Elliott in here as well. That's interesting. Only 8 of the 10 championship drivers are actually out here tonight. Unless I can't see him out here, which would be unlikely, but then again, it's the way it's going today. We roll back around through turns 3 and 4 now. Everybody getting settled back in, ready to go racing. Rolling back down the short chute. Pace car getting ready to dive down pit road once again. Pace car is off. Rolling towards the restart zone we go. Green flag back in the air. We are racing here at Daytona. As the start finish line we go, 00 Jacob Schoffen with another beautiful start. 8 of Justin Bell right behind him, 04, 0, 44, 43. Billy Smith has crashed towards the back of the pack. We are still green flag at the moment, 1929. I believe that is the 111 of Mean Gene Watkinson. Line on the top. Everybody starts settling back in. 8 of 70 this time by. 00 Jacob Schoffen trying to work the midline down the backstretch. 8 and 04 right behind him. All over his bumper is the 8 of Justin Bell. Scott Rush and... Oh, that's Mike Presley. My apologies. And then Tanner Ensign behind them. 2 wide off of turn 4. On through the short chute we go. Past the start-finish line. still plenty of action to be had here tonight with the Wild West Racing League Raiders Wasteland Truck Series. Jacob Choppin having a very loose race truck out here tonight here at Daytona as we go through turns 1 and 2 again, rolling on these big old banks. Everybody within about 4 seconds of the leader, I would have to say. Huge field of trucks out here tonight. Billy Smith down pit road. Let's jump down into the field a little bit. Let's go right on down to Chris Etchepar, 16, 97, his teammate right next to him. 92 and the 6 around him. 2 and the 9 on the bottom in front of the 97 and behind the 97. Down into turns 1 and 2 we go again. Front of the pack starting to get a little bit racy as we go through turns 1 and 2. All the way up to the wall. That is the 92 of Corey Powell. Gotta be a little more careful going through turns 1 and 2. Daytona at night does tend to get really slick. You have to be careful with how hard you drive it. Starting to get racy here once again. 31 behind the 16, trying to make the high side work. 16 dives down to the bottom in front of the 77 up in the Carson inspired number 77 pickup truck. Let's jump a little bit further down. Let's go down to Robert Monday in the 57 Good Wrench machine on the high side, trying to run down the 31 ahead. Bottom of the racetrack seems to have a lot of racing out here tonight at the moment. We continue settling into this race here at Daytona. Still plenty of time to go. We're about just over 1/7 of the way in. 21 all the way down to the apron. Not sure if he got bullied out of the way by the 68 of Mike Loveless. Another truck dipping underneath the yellow line. Got to be careful with that. Yellow line is in effect here at Daytona. No passing below the yellow lines. 7-16 having a pretty good battle here towards the mid-pack. Jumping back up further into the field. Let's go up to Brighton Coleman for Arby's machine underneath the 44 on the high side of Tanner Ensign. 97 of Adam Ramsey. Man, we have a huge amount of speed. He's back up into the top 10. Some serious speed from that 97 Team Ignition machine. Jacob Schaffet, Justin Bell, Scott Rush leading the way in the top 3. Mike Presley and Colin McKay side by side. 97 in the 4 behind them. 44 behind the 97. Rolling through turns 3 and 4 we go again. Billy Smith at least 1 lap down out here tonight. Everybody trying to get these trucks just to go that little bit faster. High side starting to get a run through the tri-oval. Mike Presley leading the way. 97 of Adam Ramsey. 44 Tanner Ensign, and then the 19 of Keith Ayers behind them. 29 of Will Moore up there as well. Losing some speed through the corners. Some serious horsepower. Jacob Schaffet still trying to block. Number 8 of Justin Bell right behind him. 008004. A lot of zeros at the front of the field. Turns 3 and 4 we go again into the short chute here at Daytona. Everybody getting a little squirrely now. Question is, what do they need to do to help these trucks run a little bit smoother off of the corners? Very, very loose, as you can see. They're sliding all over the place as we get off of these turns here at Daytona. 27 cars still on the lead lap. 1 caution completed, 14 laps completed this time. Field starting to split apart. 68 of Mike Loveless stuck on the high side. 111 of Gene Watkinson on the bottom by himself. At the moment, Billy Smith just ahead of Jacob Schaffet. Off of the bottom of the racetrack. Using the high side now, new leader Justin Bell. For the first time in 14 laps out here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Justin Bell, Presley all over the bumper of the 8, getting really racy here in the first quarter or so of this race. Down, set the tone a little bit cleaner than this. Yes, you want to be aggressive, yes, you want to make a move happen, but you don't want to the hardest part of racing here at Daytona. You have all the space in the world to make the magic happen. Question is, you have to make it strategic on how you do it. You can't just be plowing into the bumpers of everyone in front of you, trying to get them to go faster. Lap traffic of get a little bit of curb cam. Down the short chute we go. 68 of Mike Lovelace starting to reel in the, I believe that is the 2 of Timmy McDonald. Yes, it is. 00 getting the draft off of Billy Smith just ahead of him as we go into turns 1 and 2. 00 leading the 97 and the 19 and the 29 on the high side. Starting to slide down a little bit lower. At 97 cuts straight across the 8's nose. Kind of screwing everybody up there. Got to be a little more careful than that, guys. 3 wide down the backstretch. 21 stuck on the high side, trying to stay out of the way as we go through turns 3 and 4. Jacob Shoffett, Adam Ramsey back into the lead of this race. Justin Bell, Keith Ayers, Mike Presley, and Will Moore rounding out the top 5. Tanner Ensign starting to fall back, still stuck 3 wide with the 44, the 43, and the 21 on the high side. 21 still stuck up top, nowhere to go. A lot of room to get out of there. I got a message from somebody. We're all set. Jacob Shoffett still leading the way, 19 and the 29, getting some speed on the high side. I'm back down onto the short chute, heading towards the 97 leading on the bottom, 00 walking on the top, the 19 and the 29 pushing. 8 pushing the 97 and the 0 pushing him. 04 Scott Rush right behind him on the bottom. Starting to go side by side for the lead here at Daytona. We approach 20 laps this time by. 8 and 0 getting a little racy here, all over the 97th bumper. 8 and 0, got to be a little more careful than that. Lovelace starting to get down to the rear end of the field here of this primary pack. 00, 19 and a 29 running away with it on the high side. Jacob Shoffett having a monstrous race truck out here tonight in the 00 Toyota Tundra. We roll through the start-finish line. 70 here at Daytona International Speedway. Let's start jumping back down into the field. Let's go down to Colin McKay in the Charles Allen Jr. Right there beside him in the 80, Wayne Isbell, Mike Lovelace, Tanner Ensign, Brian Boyd, Brighton Coleman, Robert Monday, Derek Holochak, Peyton Burkett, Bradley Bartley, Dakota Henderson, Brandon McKee, Chris Edgemar, Jimmy McDonald, Gene Walkington, and Howard Peoples. Rounding out the bottom 27. We'll show off down at least 1, now down 2 in 28th. We roll off of turn 4 through the short chute, past the pit road entry, and the start finish line, start of lap 20. Keith Ayers, Will Moore, Jacob Shoffett, Adam Ramsey, Chucky Allen, Justin Bell, Mike Presley, Rush, Dave Allen, Colin McKay up to 11th as we roll off of turn 2. Everybody's starting to get real racy now, swerving in and out of traffic, trying to maintain their leads. 19 and the 29 on the high side, the 00 and the 97 on the bottom. 8 and the 0 trying to push on the bottom as well. Not a lot of speed to be had here at the moment. Everybody trying to really make some magic happen out here tonight at Daytona. Not a lot of that going on at the moment. Jacob Shoffett and Keith Ayers, Will Moore, both trying to sneak on by. side, still matching the 00 and the 97. Move for move at the moment. Everybody trying to keep some speed going out here tonight. Super speedway racing can be kind of dull, I will agree, but arguably it is the more difficult form of NASCAR racing, in my opinion. Yeah, short track to drive those trucks, but in my opinion, super speedway racing, like here at Daytona and at Talladega, these places are where the real magic happens. This is where NASCAR really belongs, in my opinion. This is where the fun stuff happens. This is where you get to see all kinds of carnage and good green flag racing happen. 19 of the 29. And I don't know why the cameras did that. That was a little weird in terms of the TV mixed setup we have here on iRacing. Down through turns 3 and 4, 29 and the 19 all over each other's bumpers. Got to be really careful with how we do this. Through the short chute, down into turn 1 we go again. 00 and the 97 starting to pull away a little bit with the 8 and the 0 behind. Keith Ayers and Will Moore on the high side with the 36 and the 92. Just listen to the horsepower roar down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 we go now. Rolling onto this beautiful banking here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Let's jump back down into the field a little bit more once more. Let's go down to a driver we haven't been on board with tonight. Let's jump down to the far back of the field. Let's go down to Derek Holochak leading Peyton Burkett and Bradley Bartley. Chris Etchepar, Gene Walkinson, and Howard Peoples further back as these three are slowly reeling in the 4 and 44. Surely they are doing it. They can definitely see that they need to be working These three slowly are reeling in. The 4 of Brighton Coleman just ahead of them in the number 4. 44, Tanner Ensign just ahead. Jacob Shoffett, Adam Ramsey, Keith Ayers, Dustin Bell, Will Moore, Chucky Allen, Mike Presley, Corey Powell, Scott Rush, Dave Allen. Wayne Isbell, Mike Lovelace, Dakota Henderson, Robert Monday, Brandon McKee, Brian Boyd, Tanner Ensign, Brighton Coleman, Derek Holochak we're on board with now, Peyton Burkett, Bradley Bartley, Chris Etchepar, Timmy McDonald, Gene Walkinson, and Howard Peoples. And Billy Smith 2 laps down in 28th out here tonight. These three have officially caught back up to the tail end of the field out here tonight. Start seeing green flag pit stops. Jacob Schaff is the only one going on. Jordan up the way, Justin Bell up to the lead of this race. I don't get why my computer is running so badly tonight. I apologize for the lag spikes there, folks. What's going on there? Justin Bell leading the way at the moment. Adam Ramsey, Mike Presley, Keith Ayers, Chucky Allen, Will Moore, Corey Powell, Scott Rush, Dave Allen, and Colin McKay right there behind them. 19 trying to slide in behind the 8 and at the front of the 0. 97 on the high side all by himself. 36 trying to reel him in before he gets too far behind. Now that was a beautiful stop. Probably another splash and dash out here tonight at Daytona. Whoa! We had a big one off the turn. Oh, and there's carnage on the front stretch. Caution is out. That may have pissed a lot of people off if everybody that went down pit road just got a black flag penalty for the wreck. All right, so let's take a quick look at how all this started. Who is that at the back of the field? That may be... I can't make out who that is. Who is that? Is that Jacob Schaffet? No, it's not. Wayne Isbell. That's the 0-4 of Scott Rush. Okay, so Scott Rush brakes too hard, managed to save it. What a move from him. But let's take another look here. Up here somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Dakota Henderson. Here we go. Let's jump a little bit further back. So this involves the 68, the 80, the 5, and I believe the 31. Let's go to quarter motion here. 92 is in front here. 80 with nowhere to go. Tries checking up. 68 with nowhere to go. Just completely cleans him out. Days of Thunder type stuff ensues. 80 gets lifted. 9 gets punted. 31 and the 5 go through a field trip down through the infield. 89 trying to evade. He might have cleared Dakota Henderson. No, he didn't. Henderson with nowhere to go. 21, 77, plenty of other guys. Managed to get around it, but a huge crash here on the front stretch here at Daytona as we jump back live. Adam Ramsey, Chucky Allen, Dave Allen, Wayne Isbell, Robert Monday, Mike Loveless, Brandon McKee, Brian Boyd, Derek Holochak, Dakota Henderson, Peyton Burkett, Bradley Bartley, Chris Etchepar, Gene Watkinson, Charles Allen, Jacob Schaffet, Timmy McDonald, Howard Peoples, all down pit road. Justin Bell, Will Moore, Keith Ayers. Justin Bell down pit road. Will Moore down pit road. Keith Ayers down pit road. Scott Rush is staying out. Scott Rush is the only truck that is staying out. Everybody else went down pit road. He will be, I believe, the first car on the lead lap out here tonight at Daytona after all is said and done. Scott Rush, Adam Ramsey, Chucky Allen, Wayne Isbell, Brian Boyd, Robert Monday, Chris Etchepar, Mike Presley, Mike Loveless, Dave Allen, Gene Watkinson, Charles Allen, Jacob Schaffert, Howard Peoples, Justin Bell, Keith Ayers, Timmy McDonald, Will Moore, Derek Holochak, Peyton Burkett, Bradley Bartley, Brighton Coleman, Tanner Ensign, Dakota Henderson, Corey Powell, Colin McKay, all down pit road still, and Billy Smith going to be back on back one lap down anyway. Out here tonight at Daytona International Superspeedway. Second caution of the night. We're not even halfway yet, but it's been some great racing so far out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League Raiders Wasteland Truck Series. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE. Broadcast also brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, and Redline Radio. Also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Again, folks, your playoff drivers are Chris Etchepar, Mike Loveless, Tanner Ensign, Will Moore, Keith Ayers, Adam Ramsey, Dakota Henderson, Trey Smith, Brighton Coleman, and Krishan Elliott. Trey Smith and Krishan are not in attendance tonight, so hopefully they're watching from wherever they are out in the world. Rolling through turns 3 and 4 we go. Everybody getting set back up and ready to go racing here at Daytona. One more lap to green. These cars' lights are still on out here tonight at Daytona. 57 trying to get back into position. We'll go one more time by. 68 of Mike Loveless. Passing Scott Rush. What's going on here? Scott Rush may have a penalty out here tonight. Jump back on board with our leaders. Pace cars' lights are off this time by. Ready to go green flag once again here at Daytona International Super Speedway with the Wild West Racing League Raiders Wasteland Truck Series. Out here tonight on a beautiful Sunday night here in New England. Pace car is off. Rolling up towards the restart zone we go. Green flag is in the air. We are racing lap 31 of 70 this time by. We are back racing Adam Ramsey. Up in front, Wayne Isbell, Chucky Allen, Robert Monday, Brian Boyd, Mike Loveless, Chris Etchepar, Dave Allen, Dean Watkinson, Charles Allen. Taking shot at Howard Peoples, Derek Holojak, Bradley Bartley, Timmy McDonald, Peyton Burkett, Dakota Henderson, Mike Bradley, Justin Bell, Keith Ayers, Will Moore, Brighton Coleman, Tanner Ensign, last truck on the lead lap. Corey Powell, Colin McKay, and Billy Smith, down at the tail end of the field. I believe all are one lap down, right inside the number 97 of Adam Ramsey. Through turns 3 and 4 on gyro cam for just a moment. Through and on to the short chute we go. Mike Loveless up to 4th after missing the start of the race. Chucky Allen, most improved truck on track, down in 7th at 19 positions gained out here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway. Apologies as I kind of adjust my mic here. Hopefully we're all set. Down the backstretch we go. Everybody trying to get some speed going here as we start settling back in here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Into turns 3 and 4 we go. 97, 657, 68, 916. In this top pack. Turns 1 and 2 we go again. 33 of 70 this time by. A couple trucks having some radio side by side for the top end of this field with the top 15 or so. Off of turn 2, one truck over the apron once again. Got to be careful with doing that. 97, 657, 68, 916. All the way down to apron cam. Still on board with our leader, Adam Ramsey at the moment. Field starting to get a little racy once again. 34 laps by. Just shy of halfway out here tonight. Whoa! Gene Walkinson with a big save through the short chute. Not sure if he got hooked on the 31 of Brandon McKee behind him, but an incredible save from Gene Walkinson through the short chute. No. Rest of the field getting racy here. Whoa! Big slide from someone in the back. Who is that at the back of the pack? That may be... No. Who was that? I don't even know who that was. Majority of the field actually up in front. 3 wide with the 16-6 and the 34. Howard Peoples, Wayne Isbell, and Chris Exelon. 3 wide. Wayne Isbell on the high side, scraping up against the wall. 80 and the 00 right there on the bottom. Stuck on the high side, nowhere to go. He starts bleeding time here. 34 up with the main pack. 111 and the 16 side by side as we enter turn 3 and 4 now. Everybody starting to get real racy in the second half of this race. Howard Peoples in the number 34 Cheerios machine. Or the Loves machine, excuse me. I'm so used to that being the Cheerios look on those bright yellow trucks. I believe that is supposed to be a Michael McDowell, if I'm not mistaken. Currently running in seventh place. 36 of Chucky Allen, up 21 positions in 5th, just ahead of him. 36, 39, 111 on the bottom. 34, 16, and the 80 on top. Everybody getting racy once again out here tonight. Through turn. Huge pack of trucks. Still a little bit of 3 wide action off of turn 4. 31, 6, and I believe that is the 19. There's, excuse me. Sorry, I've been very tired today. Second. Brian Boyd, Robert Monday, Chucky Allen, Howard Peoples, Chris Etchepart. Dave Allen, David Shaw, Charles Allen, Gene Walkinson, Will Moore, Brandon McKee, Keith Ayers. Gene Walkinson falling down the field, caution is out. May have been a crash involving Gene Walkinson. Yes, there has. He's facing the wrong way in the bus stop. Let's take a look. Slid across the 29's nose. Nothing he could really do about it except for hold on the brakes and do so nicely, and came to a nice gentle stop in the bus stop here at Daytona International Speedway. Try to get it rolling once again out here tonight. Gene Walkinson, last car on the lead lap now. 97.68. 9:57, 36, 34. Holachak off the pit road now. Third caution of the night here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Adam Ramsey, now the car going to profit most in the playoffs. Mike Lovelace right behind him, second place in the playoffs now. Chris Etchepar in third for the playoffs. Will Moore in fourth. Keith Ayers in fifth. I'm trying to do this right, hang on. Brighton Coleman in sixth. Tanner Ensign in seventh. And then I don't remember who's the other person that I'm missing. Krishan and Trey are not here tonight. I'm trying to do math. I'm trying to do basic arithmetic, not in Excel. Whole bunch of takers for pit road. Brian Boyd staying out, Will Moore staying out. Brandon McKee, Keith Ayers, and I believe Gene Walkinson may stay out as well. Out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League Raiders Wasteland Truck Series. Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. Wild West Racing League also brought to you in part by the WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland. Wild West Racing League also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go green flag this time by, here once again at Daytona International Super Speedway. Here with the Wild West Racing League. Brian Boyd, Adam Ramsey, Will Moore, Brandon McKee, Keith Ayers, Mike Lovelace, Chucky Allen, Howard Peoples, Jacob Shoffett, Chris Etchepar, Robert Monday, Charles Allen Jr., Scott Rush, Wayne Isbell, Brighton Coleman, Dave Allen, Mike Presley, Tanner Ensign, Justin Bell, Gene Walkinson, Bradley Bartley, Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, Dakota Henderson, Corey Powell, and Timmy McDonald. Colin McKay and Billy Smith both down at least one lap. Pace car getting ready to dive down pit road this time. Down it goes. Rolling up towards the restart zone we go. Brian Boyd on the point for the restart. Green flag back in the air. We are racing here at Daytona. Settle back in, 30 laps to go here at Daytona. Back into the 33.5 degree turns out here tonight. Down the backstretch off of turn 2. into the short chute we go here at Daytona. Once again, 29 laps to go. Through turns 1 and 2, huge pack out here tonight, 26 cars. Still on the lead lap. Colin McKay and Billy Smith both down 1. 68 of Mike Lumber to the lead off of turn 2. Whoa! 35 around! Where'd he go? No, come back. 36 around, excuse me. Chucky Allen. Let's go back and take another look. Wiggled just a little bit, got hit by the 0-0 of Jacob Schaff, excuse me. 6 of Wayne Isbell also might have gotten into him, punted them into each other. Not a lot you can do in that situation. Bringing down the caution once again out here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Chucky Allen, last car on the lead lap now. Mike Loveless on the point here at Daytona. Pace car's lights are off, getting ready to go green flag this time by Howard Peoples. Choosing the outside, Brandon McKee, Scott Rush, Charles Allen, Tanner Ensign, Brighton Coleman, Justin Bell, Mike Presley, Will Moore, Gene Watkinson, Keith Ayers, Corey Powell, Wayne Isbell, Jacob Shoffett, Chucky Allen, Robert Monday, Timmy McDonald, Colin McKay, Mike Loveless, Chris Etchepart, Brian Boyd, Dakota Henderson, Adam Ramsey, Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, David Allen, Bradley Bartley in the 011, still down pit road. As we roll down the backstretch, everybody getting ready to go green flag this time by Billy Smith, the last car on the track. Down one lap. These cars' lights are off. Down pit road it goes. 34, 31, 04, 80, 44, 4, 0, and the 8. Green flag back in the air, 25 laps to go. And the 04 making a line for the high side. 44 and the 8 looking to go with them. 04 dumping the 34. Using the bottom of the 44 and the 8 looking to push this 34 on the high side. 44 Tanner Ensign right there behind him as we charge down the backstretch. Starting to get a little bit of a gap on the 31. 34 leading the way once again. We go through turns 3 and 4. 31 going to have a great run with everybody right behind him through turn 4. All the way down across the apron we go. Cutting back across. Brandon McKee, Tanner Ensign looking to take a lead away. On the high side, 8 and the 0, all three Ensign Motorsports, WIO Outlaw machines on the high side. Trying to get some speed happening here tonight. Whoa, 34 around off of turn 2, and it's the huge one at Daytona. Everybody's in it. Caution is out. Big one right in the mirrors. All right, let's take another look. Pause. 34. There you are. Howard Peoples is where this all kind of started. All right, so this is Tanner. This is off of turn 2. 44 might have gotten some assistance from the 8. Clobbered the 34. Nothing they could really do about it. 34 gets sent across the racetrack. 44 slides back up in front of the whole field. 8-0. Everybody trying to get around it. 04, I believe that is the 80. 16 trying to break and gets dumped. 77, 68 in the corner of your screen back there of Mike Loveless. The 2 involved. A whole bunch of good trucks all tore up all over again out here tonight here at Daytona International Speedway. 5th caution of the night. Tanner Ensign leading the way off of turn 2 behind the pace car. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go green flag once again out here tonight. Chucky Allen, Wilmore, Keith Ayers, Justin Bell, Tanner Ensign, Mike Presley, Scott Rush, Charles Allen, Jacob Schaffet, Wayne Isbell, Brandon McKee, Chris Etchepar, Corey Powell, Brighton Coleman, Timmy McDonald, Gene Watkinson, Dave Allen, Adam Ramsey, Colin McKay, Robert Monday, Brian Boyd, Dakota Henderson, Howard Peoples, Mike Lovelace, Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, and Bradley Bartley out here tonight at Daytona. Fifth caution of the night coming to a close. Through turns 3 and 4 we go. Apologies, I'm trying to rest up my voice a little bit once again. Allergies are still kind of giving me a little bit of creation here. This pollen is still in the air here in New England. It's like, it's only June. It'd be nice if it stopped. Pace car ready to dive back down pit road. Fifth caution on the night coming to a close here at Daytona. There we go. Pace car down pit road this time. 36 of Chucky Allen on the point. Through the restart zone we go. Green flag back in the air. 20 laps to go this time by here at Daytona. 29 of Will Moore. And the 8 and 44 on the high side getting a much better start. 29 already up in front. Justin Bell on the high side. 36 running down the 29 just ahead of him. 19 and the 44 side by side behind. 80 and the 6 and the 04. 31 00. 16, 92, 2, and then the 9, I believe that is. Down the back stretch, 29 and the 8, side by side, 36 and the 44 for second. 19 and the apron cam, and back inside the trap. 8 of Justin Bell's getting some speed from that 44 right behind him. One truck up into the wall. Can't quite make out who that is. That may have been the 57 of Robert Monday. Yes, that is Robert Monday. I believe in the 57, scraping off the wall on the high side. That was the 92 that time, my apologies. Off of turn 2 we go. Down the backstretch, 29, start losing steam here to the 44 and the 8. We charge down the backstretch and into turn 3. 44 going down the block, 8 doing the Dale Earnhardt move. Hold the midline, going 3 wide for second place. Tanner Ensign stuck in the middle. The 29 in my opinion, forcing the 44 to have some evasive action with the 80 and the 6 on the high side. 8 of Justin Bell, all in a world by himself here as the 29's running him all over the racetrack as we go through turns 1 and 2 once again. Keith Ayers in third. 36 of Chucky Allen back down to fourth at the moment. Ensign starting to reel back in. The 19 and the 29 just ahead of him. He gets settled back in. 17 laps going the line. Down to turns 1 and 2. 15 laps to go here at Daytona. 8, 29, 19, 44 on the bottom, 36, 80, and 6 on top, 04, 31. 00, 16, 57, 92. See some more jumps in the timing screen. Once again, 29 all over the bumper of the 8. Will Moore really putting Justin Bell through his paces out here tonight. Justin Bell trying to block the 36 on the high side. Going 3 wide. Caution back in the air. Ryan Boyd off the racetrack. '21, 111, and the 9. 9 got the worst of it. Came back across and clobbered the 5. Nothing Dakota Henderson could do about it. Just got caught in the middle. Out here tonight at Daytona, 6th caution of the night. '36 of Chucky Allen. May have gotten it. Nope. Justin Bell retains the lead. We roll off of turn 2. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go green flag once again out here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Here with the Wild West Racing League Raiders Wasteland Truck Series. Raiders Wasteland, the premier Daisy experience on Xbox, veteran owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE. Also brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Web Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland. Broadcast also brought by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Setup Shop, Tier 1 Wraps, and Tier 1 Studios. Turns 3 and 4 we go. Justin Bell, Chucky Allen, Wilmore, Charles Allen, Keith Harris, Tanner Ensign, Wayne Isbell, Brandon McKee, Scott Rush, Jacob Shoffett, Chris Etchapart, Corey Powell, Robert Monday, Dave Allen, Mike Presley, Brighton Coleman, Howard Peoples, Colin McKay, Derek Holochak, Adam Ramsey, Peyton Burkett, Gene Watkinson, Mike Lovelace, Bradley Bartley, Timmy McDonald, and Dakota Henderson. Billy Smith down in 27. Brian Boyd may be out of the race. Pace truck is off. Green flag back in the air with 13 laps to go. Straight back out. Oh, whole field died behind them. Jump to the back of the field. I jumped too far back, so let's go to you. No, 34. You. All right, so let's take a look. This happened even before that, so... All right, here we go. Ah, I see the problem. Wayne Hisbell. All right, so it looks like the front of the field got checked up on the start. Because that's the 80 on the bottom, on the high side there. Yeah, 80. 6 tried going before the 80 was underway. Came straight across the nose of the 44. 0-4 involved. Everybody on the bottom trying to check up. Can't quite see it. And just pile drive into each other. 57-39. Everybody involved. We are immediately under caution once again out here tonight at Daytona. Justin Bell still leading the way. Pace Cars lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here tonight. Justin Bell, Chucky Allen, Will Moore, Charles Allen, Keith Ayers, Brandon McKee, Corey Powell, Chris Etchepar, Brighton Coleman, Derek Holochak, Mike Presley, Bradley Bartley, Jude Watkinson, Scott Roche, Peyton Burkett, Timmy McDonald's, Jacob Shoffett, Howard Peoples, Colin McKay, Dave Allen, Tanner Ensign, Mike Lovelace, Robert Monday down pit road, Dakota Henderson. Last place at the moment, Adam Ramsey, Billy Smith, Brian Boyd, rounding out all 28 trucks out here tonight. Through turns 3 and 4 we go. 7th caution of the night coming to a close here at Daytona. Pace car down pit road. Rolling up towards the restart zone. Justin Bell on the point. 9 laps to go here at Daytona. We are racing once again. Everybody away much better this time. 9 the 80 right there, all with him. Under the lights here at Daytona. We get underway once again. Through turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch we go. 36 of Chucky Allen up to the lead. Whoa, we got trucks sideways. 89 of Holochak around. Across the racetrack and pummels the wall. No caution. I am amazed nobody else got involved with that. No caution. Still, with 8 laps to go, Chucky Allen up in front past the start-finish line. Charles Allen right behind him. Oh, and it's the huge one. It's happened now. No caution still. What is going on? Still no caution. There are trucks across the racetrack. I can't scroll back fast enough. 6 of Wayne Isbell. Gene Watkinson also involved. Isbell towing back to pit road. Now the caution is out. Holy moly. All right, 6 of Wayne Isbell. Let's take a look what happened. The huge one happened in front of him. 4 was on his side. Everybody involved. 6 Wayne Isbell just forgot what the brakes were by the looks of it and just pile drove into God and everybody. Let's rewind a little bit further because it seemed that Mike Lovelace was right in the middle of it. Who is that? That is the 92, maybe? Is it 97? That's him. This is him. No, that's too far. That's too far back. Who is this? Is it Powell? It is Powell. All right, there it is. Wait a second, hang on. Okay, Mike Presley up with the 31. 92 kind of slides down. 16 and the 4 come together. Okay, so this is where the actual crash starts. Brighton Coleman gets plowed by the 21. 68 gets launched. 4 gets launched, excuse me. 97 all the way down to the road course trying to get around it. 111 also around. 6 of Wayne Isbell destroys the, I believe that is the 39 in the back with the 43. 16 still spinning. 6 also comes straight back across and clobbers the 4 of Brighton Coleman up against the wall. We are under caution once again. A lot of good trucks getting destroyed back. Getting destroyed out here tonight. Charles Allen, Justin Bell, Will Moore, Brandon McKee, Corey Powell, Keith Ayers, Tanner Ensign, Howard Peoples, Timmy McDonald, Scott Rush, Dave Allen, Mike Presley, Colin McKay, Jacob Schaffet, Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, Chris Etchepar, Bradley Bartley, Mike Lovelace, Brighton Coleman, Robert Monday, Dakota Henderson, both down pit road, Adam Ramsey, Billy Smith, up to 24th and 5th, Wayne Isbell and Gene Watkinson, both down pit road, Brian Boyd down in 28th, potentially out of the race in the number 9. Rolling off of turn 4. Everybody getting settled back in, ready to go racing once again. Pace car is off. Rolling up towards the restart zone we go. Green flag back in the air. We are racing. 5 laps to go here at Daytona. Oh, and we have it happen again. 19 around. 92 in the 2. 44, 43. Another big one off the start. Tanner Ensign involved. 43, the 00 also involved. Caution straight back in the air. We are going to overtime. 92, 19, and the 34 all came together. Nowhere for the 44, the 2 to go. Everybody involved. Huge crash once again on the restart here at Daytona. Really got to clean up our act here, guys. Finish out this race. Car's lights are off. 9th caution of the night coming to a close. Chucky Allen, Charles Allen, Justin Bell, Brennan McKee, Will Moore, Howard Peoples, Scott Rush, Peyton Burkett, Dave Allen, Bradley Bartley, Derek Holochak, Chris Etchepar, Mike Lovelace, Brighton Coleman, Mike Presley, Jacob Schaffet, Keith Ayers, Timmy McDonald, Tanner Ensign, Dakota Henderson, Corey Powell, Colin McKay, Robert Monday, Adam Ramsey down 1, Billy Smith, Gene Walkinson down pit road, Wayne Isbell, and Brian Boyd. Couple cars overtaking the pace car, getting checked back up. Gotta be careful doing that under caution. We are... Oh, okay. Gonna be a green-white checkered finish. Corey Powell jumping to pit road. Green flag back in the air. Nobody went. Oh, is that just the end of it? What just happened? And it's a demolition derby at the end of the race. I'm not entirely sure what just happened. What? Is that the end of the race? We have fireworks going off. I guess that was the end. Charles Allen Jr. is the winner. Brandon McKee, Chucky W. Allen in third. So, okay, I thought we were going to go to overtime. But evidently not. Out here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway, Charles Allen and Tanner Ensign roll around to the start-finish line. I'm so confused. Let's see if we can find Charles Allen. He is not in here. Let's see if we can find Brandon McKee and get him in here then. Brandon McKee, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. Do you got me?
What's going on, buddy?
Brandon, congratulations on a slightly confusing for me P2 out there tonight in the number 31 Chevrolet. Congratulations. Seems like you had a bit of a struggle towards the beginning of this race, but you managed to get up to second place right when it mattered the most. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree. It's a little confusing also myself, but whatever. It was a really fun race. I love running super speedways with these boys. We had a great turnout. Thank you, Pat, for broadcasting. My team, Hot Shot Motorsports, we work together most of the race. It's all about being in the right place at the right time and really just staying clean.
Well, congratulations once again. Thanks for joining us up in the booth, and we hope to see more of you next time. How does that sound?
Yeah, thanks, Pat. Absolutely. Likewise for you, sir. Have a great night.
You as well. Thank you. I promise I'm trying to find any of the rest of our top three, the number 80 or the number 36. I am not currently seeing them anywhere. So let's see if we can get Tanner Ensign in here. Tanner Ensign, this is Pat Wilkinson up the booth. You got me.
I got you, Pat. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Well, a little confused. Oh, there's CJ.
Yes, sir.
I think we're all confused at the moment.
So much for overtime there. Give me 1 second,
was,
Tanner.
Was leading. Let me get him in here.
CJ Allen, welcome up to the booth. Congratulations on a fantastic win tonight here with the Wild West Racing League.
Honestly, I can't take credit for the win because I think it glitched. My father was actually the one that was leading when we came across the checkered. I was second.
Well, right now, and for what it's showing me, it's saying that you are the race winner. Believe me, I think we're all just a little bit confused here, but for right now, we'll figure this all out soon. I'm willing to bet that there are more than just a few people that are going to be up in the truck later talking to Tanner, trying to figure all of this out. But for right now, congratulations on a fantastic win out here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway. Talk us through some of the race. You were up towards the front for the majority of it.
I mean, I've been in a couple different situations where I've gotten really good at pushing. And about 2 weeks ago, I raced another league race with my father, and I pushed him to the win. Same thing. I got him up front and just did it. I was trying to do the same thing again because it's just being a good son and pushing an old man to the win. But somehow I managed to pull it out myself, and I'm just question mark and just trying to figure it out right now, honestly.
I think we all kind of are, but for right now, thanks for joining us up in the booth. Congratulations once again. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off tonight?
No, I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Ideal Pest Control and Howard, and my father, my brother, and Corey for, letting me be on the team and just letting me show everybody what I can do.
Congratulations once again. Thanks for joining us up in the booth, and hope to see more of you in the future.
Yes, sir. I will be in everything that I can be. Thanks, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Get Chucky Allen in here next. Sorry, Tanner, I have you muted at the moment. Chucky Allen, this is Pat Wilkinson up the booth. You got me? Whoa. Oh,
yeah.
Apparently the session ended. That's why. We ran out of time, Tanner.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Chucky, congratulations on a fantastic P2 out here tonight. Want to talk us through some of that?
Well, it should have been P1, but the car, it glitched on the end or something, because we never went back to green, but I'm not going to complain about it. I wish we did go back to green, but what can you do?
I think we all kind of feel the same way. But regardless, one heck of a finish out here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway in P2. Congratulations once again. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off for the night?
Yeah, I'd like to thank a few people. I'd like to thank Corey and the whole Ideal Pest Racing family. I'd like to thank both my sons, especially CJ, for pushing me at the end to get us to the front. And I'd like to thank David for all his advice, my other son.
I'll appreciate all of that. Thank you for joining us up in the booth. And hope to see more of you guys in the future. Congratulations on a fantastic 1-2.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You as well. Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right, fine, Tanner. I unmuted you.
Okay. Well, Chucky did get awarded the win.
Okay.
It's because everybody decided to go jump everything at the end. It fucked up the whole results, but...
Okay, we are still live. PG-13-ish, okay, Tanner.
You get one in a PG-13 movie. I took it. The one that you get in a PG-13 movie. But anyways,
I think the session ended on us a little too soon. I think that's what the problem was.
Yeah, that's what led to the yellow coming out. I'm trying to figure out how Peyton was running 9th but got scored 22nd.
That is not what's showing on my screen, but okay.
What are you seeing?
Well, I guess we're going to have to figure this out post-race, but wanted to bring you up in here as we were kind of looking at the results for the championship. I believe Mike Loveless is the furthest up.
Loveless, possibly.
I think Loveless is in 11th, according to my timesheet, so I believe he is the highest finishing driver on the playoff sheet at the moment. Maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing anyway. Apologies for the confusion, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess we'll figure this all out post-race. Thanks for joining us up in the booth, Tanner, and hope you had a good night anyway.
Yeah, about as good as you could.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
Well, folks, you've spent another perfectly good 2 hours with all of us here at Tier 1 Studio. Apologies for whatever just happened, because believe me, even I don't know what the heck just happened there. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Raiders Wasteland, WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, and Redline Radio, Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. This has been the Wild West Racing League Raiders Wasteland Truck Series here on Sunday nights here at Daytona International Superspeedway. And until next time, goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 Wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team. Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 Wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team. Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed.
Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times, every turn, every line we find. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every setup built from the ground, we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go win. Yeah, we built one. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading Tier 1 Setup Shop. Tier 1, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs with the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you want to win races, Tier 1 Setup Shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear, yeah, we test, we tune, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win, yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 Setup Shop. Tier 1, yeah, you know the name when the pressure's on. setup shop. Yeah. See you in Victor Lane. Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1. Tier 1.